The Jerusalem Bible, Jeremiah chapter 48, Oracles against Moab. On Moab, Yahweh, the God of Israel, says this, Woe to Nebo, for it has been ravaged. Kiriathaim has been taken. All is confusion and alarm in the fortress. It is no longer the boast of Moab. At Heshbon they plotted her downfall. Come on, let us blot her out from the nations. And you too, madmen, you will be subdued. The sword is close on you. Hark! From the Abiram a shout. Devastation! Dire calamity! Moab is shattered, the cry echoes as far as Zoar. Ah, slopes of Luhith, they go up them weeping. At the descent of Horaim, cries of distress are heard. Away! Flee for your lives. Run like the wild asses in the desert. Yes, since you trusted in your strongholds, you will be captured too. Shamash will go into exile with all his priests and his nobles. The destroyer will descend on every town. Not one will escape. The valley will be despoiled, the plain be plundered. Yahweh proclaims it. Give Moab a tomb, since she is totally destroyed. Her towns are in ruins, with no one to live in them. Cursed be the one who does the work of Yahweh half-heartedly. Cursed be he who grudges blood on his sword. From his youth Moab lived at ease. He settled on his lees, never having been decanted, never having gone into exile. And so he kept his own flavor. His aroma was unchanged. And so the days are coming, it is Yahweh who speaks, when I shall send him decanters to decant him. They will empty his storage jars and break his amphorae to bits. Moab will blush for Chemosh then, as the house of Israel blushed for Bethel, in whom they put their trust. How can you say, we are heroes, sturdy fighting men? The destroyer of Moab has advanced on him. The flower of his youth goes down to the slaughter. Moab's ruin is coming soon. His downfall comes at top speed. Grieve for him, all you living near him, all who knew his name. Say, imagine it being broken, that mighty rod, that splendid scepter. Come down from your glory, sit in the dung, daughter of Dibon. So safe in your home, the destroyer of Moab has advanced on you. He has stormed your strongholds. Stand by the roadside, keep watch, inhabitants of Arad. Question fugitive and runaway, ask, what has happened? Moab is shattered and shamed. Wail and shriek, shout across the Arnon, Moab has been laid waste. Judgment has also come on the land of the plain, on Holon, Jaza, Mithriah, Dibon, Nabal, Beth Dibriathah, Kiriathaim, Beth Gamul, Beth Meon, Kerioth, Bozrah, and all the towns in the land of Moab, far and near. The horn of Moab has been cut off, and his arm broken. Make him drunk. He has set himself up against Yahweh. Moab will wallow in his vomit, become a laughing stock in his turn. Was not Israel a laughing stock to you? Was he caught red-handed with the thieves, for you to shake your head whenever you mention him? Leave the towns, make the rocks your home, inhabitants of Moab. Learn from the dove that makes his nest in the walls of the gaping gorge. We have heard of the pride of Moab, excessive pride. What arrogance! What pride! What conceit! What a haughty heart! I know all about his presumption. It is Yahweh who speaks. His empty boasting, those empty deeds of his. And so I lament for Moab. For all Moab I cry aloud, and mourn for the men of Kir-Heros. More than for Jazer I weep for you, vine of Sibnah. Your shoots stretched beyond the sea. They reached all the way to Jazer. On your harvest, on your vintage, the destroyer has descended. Gladness and joy have vanished from the land of Moab. There is no longer wine in the presses. The treader of grapes treads no more. No more do shouts of joy ring out. The howling of Heshbon and Elelah can be heard as far as Jazer. The shrieks resound from Zoar to Harnaim and Eglath-Sheathia. For the waters of Nimram, too, and now becoming desolation. And I shall make an end, it is Yahweh who speaks, of any man in Moab who offers sacrifice and incense to his God in the high places. That is why my heart sobs like a flute for Moab, sobs like a flute for the men of Kir-Heros, that accumulated treasure all lost. Yes, every head is shorn, every beard cut off. Gashes are on the hands of all, sackcloth round all their loins. On all the housetops of Moab, and in its squares, there is nothing but lamenting. For I have broken Moab like a crop that no one wants. It is Yahweh who speaks. What? Broken? What? Moab so shamefully in retreat? What? Moab become a laughingstock, a thing of horror to all its neighbors? For Yahweh says this, here is one who hovers like an eagle, who will spread his wings over Moab. The towns will be captured, the strongholds seized, and the heart of Moab's warriors that day will be like the heart of a woman in labor pains. Moab will be destroyed, no longer a people, for setting itself up against Yahweh. Terror, the pit, the snare are for you, inhabitants of Moab, and it is Yahweh who speaks. The man who takes flight from the terror shall fall into the pit. Climbing out of the pit, he shall be caught in the snare. Yes, these are the scourges I plan to inflict on Moab when the year comes to punish him. It is Yahweh who speaks. In the shelter of Heshbon, the fugitives have paused, exhausted. But a fire has come out from Heshbon, a flame from the palace of Sihon, consuming the brows of Moab, the head of a turbulent brood. Woe to you, Moab, people of Shemash! You are lost, for your sons have been taken into exile, and your daughters into captivity. But I will restore the fortunes of Moab in the days to come. It is Yahweh who speaks. Thus far, the judgment of Moab.
Prepare to meet your God.
Long as I got Yahweh.
Long as I got Yahweh. Long as I don't need nobody else.
Well, I've been
Lied,
cheated, talked
about street, scorn,
talked about
sure as you're born.
I've been
Up,
down,
down,
almost
to the ground.
but long as I got Yahweh.
Long as I got Yahweh. Long, nobody else.
I don't need
nobody else.
I don't need
nobody else. Mother,
father,
teacher,
preacher,
doctor,
Lord.
long, long, long as I got. Don't need nobody else. I don't need nobody else. I don't need nobody else. No mother, father, sister, doctor, lawyer, teacher, preacher. Long as I got Yahweh, long as I got Yahweh, long, long, long as I got. Don't need nobody else. Yahweh's there.